people steal our money under police protection. Okay? So, I'm a public officer. If I'm a public officer and I'm arranging to steal money, there is a police officer who is assigned to me as my orderly or as my close protection person, and the police officer actually is not going to, is duty bound to arrest me when they see I am not complying with the law. But rather than do that, rather than arrest me, exercise their powers as police officers, they'll be calling me Oga. And they'll be looking to get a little bit of commission from the money that they are supposed to make sure I don't take. That is what is wrong with our country. The fact that people in senior positions believe that there is an entitlement to plunder public assets because they are in senior positions. Now, that is the thing we've got to address, and that is what creates the impunity. That's what creates the destruction of public institutions, the destruction of rules, the destruction of processes, the absence of enforcement. And that is why people in other parts of the world think we are not serious people. Now, you would have entered an aircraft, for instance, from outside Nigeria. If you fly from Europe or North America, Nigerians who are willing to comply with basic rules of processing themselves through immigration terminals and airport terminals get to the airport in Nigeria and just become, it's like a virus enters their head in the aircraft, and they get to hear, oh, Ishaya, and who is Ishaya? Ishaya is not a person who is supposed to be in a sterile airport zone, but these people believe because they think they are big people, they can do away with everything. That mentality of doing away with everything, the mentality that rules don't apply to us but apply to other people, that is what foregrounds impunity in relation to corruption. That's what we've got to fight. And when we begin to convict people and send them to jail for stealing money, not just pretrial detention or putting people and refusing them bail, no, or refusing them passports to travel, no, but putting people in jail, having convicted them for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years for stealing our money and plundering our public assets, then people like David Cameron we can confront them and tell them to go to hell with their silliness of colonial arrogance, and that we are an independent country. We may not always get everything right, but we have more honest Nigerians than there are honest Brits. I can tell you that one for a fact. I've paid taxes in the United Kingdom, so I don't get too overly bothered about colonial arrogance. It's always existed, it's going to exist. But the important thing is that we focus on rebuilding our country into something we all can be proud of, and a country that works for its citizens and does not excuse the misbehavior of people because we think those are big people. Once we do that, we'll be fine. David Cameron can go to hell.